Yes. So just pick someone else up. What's your name, Jordan?
Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, man. So you're into events and that?
Yeah.
So just promote your thing, man.
Yeah. We've so my event's called DND Zone, and I run it with my brother and two of my cousins. All been Liverpool-based.
Okay, love it.
We started 2 years ago now. We just had our second anniversary the other day in Box Park.
Okay, nice. So you must be progressing.
Yeah. It's progressed a lot, to be honest. We had 1,000 people in there. It was crazy.
Okay.
It was crazy.
DND Zone.
Yeah. DND
So
Zone.
what type of events? What type of?
So we do obviously R&B, hip hop, Afro beats, Bashments, Dancehall. We obviously book the DJs in, and then the DJs basically do their thing. Or these are DJs that we can trust, that we know that they're gonna do their thing when it comes to the day of the party. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the main socials you're using?
Literally same, DND.zone.
Okay, is that Insta, TikTok,
Everywhere,
YouTube,
the same everywhere.
website as well?
Yeah. No, we haven't got a website yet.
Okay. It's like a big part of like what I do. I promote websites as well, because I just think when you got like, let's say DNDzone.com, especially with search engines, it's more unique to you. You know, the way like certain things with the algorithms change and you lose traffic. Obviously, simultaneously, it's sick to utilize them all. I just think also it's good and powerful when you got your own domain, because it's unique to you.
Shows independency in them.
Yeah, and it builds up email lists that you can obviously, which are valuable long term when you want to monetize and stuff like that. So, have you done any other ventures, or is this the main thing you and your peeps have been on the last couple of years?
Yeah, this is the main thing, because obviously when we were younger and stuff, we've always been like the ones in that, like within our mates and that, to throw house parties and stuff like that.
Okay.
Growing up. So 2 years ago, my auntie redone a back garden, and she got a big back garden. So we kind of just thought, let's have a barbecue, and maybe we'll start doing events, but we'll just do this first one and let everyone come for free like we normally do anyway. Provide the drinks and stuff like that.
Nice.
Food and whatever, and then we'll just start it from there and see how it goes, and then literally from there it's just excel.
Sick. Did you give your auntie a little drink there for that first little one?
Food, drink,
So naturally it's just progressed then to what you're doing now?
Yeah, literally.
Okay, and what's the vision for it? Like where do you want to like take it to, expand?
Well, obviously we want to do other cities and other countries. We've got an event coming up at the end of this month where we're going abroad to Marbella.
Okay.
So we're doing a weekend there, which is a 4 day party with different parties each day. So we've got like a mansion party on the Friday.
Smashing it there, then Marbella.
It's a big step up, like, but
we're
going for it. You know what I mean?
Why not?
We'll have to do it at some point.
Why not?
Yeah, different cities, different countries, bigger crowds. Yeah, I guess that's the vision.
Okay, and how long are you in Marbella for?
So the event starts on Thursday, the 26th of June, and then finishes on the 29th of June. So,
okay, nice few days.
Yeah, just a couple of days.
It's a big box tick then in Marbella.
Literally.
Like the exposure, just doing something like that.
Just literally doing it there is like, they can put you on the map a bit more to get more.
How old are you? Because you're young.
Yeah, I'm 21.
Yeah, no, and that's another thing, like why I do what I'm doing, because it's good to just capture, and it's inspiring, innit? So that the obviously young generations to, explore these entrepreneurial avenues. And like that being said, business isn't for everyone. That too many people associate success with a big balance, and for some people they're just not motivated by money. But if you can like monetize your little spark and what it is, like why not? And you're taking a lot of them boxes right now. So you're in Marbella. Where's the biggest places? Your Box Park's a sick spot to be doing it. Yeah,
that's probably the biggest.
Yeah,
we did it last year. Because the past 2 years we've done like an anniversary. I think we're gonna just continue doing that every year anyway. But we did Box Park last year. That was like probably our biggest up to that date. That was like 600, 700 people.
Okay.
And obviously when we did it this year, the increase just went up like by creating a crazy amount.
Okay. So no, I love the numbers, so it can only grow, can't it? It sounds like you've got a lot of interest and demand for it. What about, so a question I ask a lot of me passengers, yeah? So most people, so as you can see, the brands like get out rat race, yeah? Because of the economics of the system, like we're in, most people haven't got that luxury to monetize them things they love doing, because you got to put food on the table. So the self-actualization thing, I don't know whether you've heard of him, some guy Maslow, Abraham Maslow. A lot of people in uni, they seem to talk about him, but pyramids associated with his work, yeah. So it's about before people can get to the top and like be at the pinnacle and becoming the best version of themselves and loving what they do, they've got to tick the basic boxes: food, shelter, security, love, relationship. Makes sense, and you can't put food, you can't think about your passions or them sparks if you've got to put a roof over your head. But as you know, as you tick the boxes, you're elevating it. And equally, you kind of, you know, develop, you know, a higher consciousness as well on that same journey. You're young, like, so you're smashing it, you're 21, and you're ticking a lot of them boxes. What advice could you kind of share from your experience?
I feel like one thing I would say is try build up relationships like with your audience and stuff like that. I think that's a good thing. Another thing is, don't think about like as you say, the monetization. Don't think about that too quick, because for Box Park this year, we did we sold, I think overall we sold like 1.7k tickets, but we did the first 1,000 free, and then the rest was monetized.
Okay.
And that was the same last year, and that was the same for when we did our very first event. That was free as well. We just put into that and kind of like got drinks, got food, did a barbecue. Then we told whoever was coming to, you know, bring a bottle. So I feel like sometimes sacrifice the money and try get your audience in and try, you know, make them catch a vibe and stuff like that, because that's when you get the numbers. That's when it'll look good on social media. You know, social media is everything these days. So sometimes look at the other side of it more than looking at the money side of things as well.
Yeah, no, totally, yeah. It's good to, definitely incentives, give back, and like long term, you know, them bigger rewards coming in. Would you, so you're probably at the stage now where you're making a return? Yeah, so which is good, isn't it? So you've done that hard work in the beginning, put in that grind, and now, you're making a profit. So, what type of income streams do you have? I don't know much about like your industry, but you've got ticket sales, but then it could spiral into like clothing brands. What type of other things can it branch out to for you to be able to generate income?
Literally what you just mentioned there. So ticket sales, that's a big thing. We do a lot of work on that, because obviously there's 4 of us, so like some people are good at things other than others. So one of my cousins, he's good at like analytics and graphics and stuff like that, all the computer-based stuff. So he looks into the ticket sales. He knows like the percentages of how many people like jump on the first phase or the second phase. So he knows what prices to put for each phase, if you know what I mean, because we do like 2-3 phases.
Okay.
And also I'd say, what was the question again, sorry?
The different ways you can monetize, because as you start, you've got your ticket sales, but then you could have a brand. There's loads of little things that like reveal themselves after you've built your foundation, which you've built.
Ticket sales, obviously just explained that. Bar percentages as well sometimes. That's very rare though, but obviously the bigger you get, kind of thing, the more people take you in. Do you get me? Like at the start, we were going to venues and like saying, "Oh, we want to host a party," but they didn't really know. So it's like we go there and they're like, "Well, you're gonna have to pay a higher fee." But now most places we go to
leverage.
They know us. So once we say we brought in this many numbers in our last thing, they're like, come in. You don't need to pay no higher fee.
Okay.
The bar percentage thing is kind of like the next step. After they start letting you in without a higher fee, then you know you've had that first event with them, maybe you've got that relationship, you know you can bring the money to the bar. Then maybe you can start asking questions about, can I get 10% on the bar for the night? Can I get 15-20%? Another avenue probably be clothing brand. We've got a clothing brand coming up, linking with us for Marbella.
Okay. Not yours, is this someone?
This is someone else, But I don't think I can say too much.
Just certain things you gotta just keep close to your chest, innit? Okay, yeah, no, I'm loving it, and it's good to just see more and more people, especially like local, small, just growing, just doing the thing, innit? Because there's just much talent in Liverpool, in the area, just all around Liverpool, so it's good to just promote that energy and them sparks, man. So at the moment, I'd say you're probably super focused on what you're doing, because it must take a lot of your time.
Yeah,
like,
bro. There's so many, like, obviously I'm still in uni.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say. That's something else I'm always inquisitive about. So, like, my son, he's at a similar crossroads as you, whether it's him or anyone else. You had them options in front of you, like business, college, get a job, go to uni, boy, get in the game, or whatever else, and you've chose the avenues you've chosen. So you're in uni as well. So what are you doing in uni?
I do biomedical science.
Okay, sick, man. You like this kid that picked up the other day. He's smashing it, just ticking enough boxes. So what's that? Is that like a backup, or do you know what? I'm gonna just pause a minute because I think you're jumping out.
Nah, me cameraman's jumping in.
Okay, and then you're going.
And then we're going to a venue. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to ask your mate? Is it okay for me to?
He'll be good, man.
Is he cool?
Yeah,
okay, nice.
He's family. He's basically family as well.
Oh, he's not camera shy though, no?
Nah.
Okay, yeah, man.
Let me ring him now. This is actually sick what you're doing, you know.
Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? Especially like, yeah, it's good.
Making the most out of what you've got in it.
Definitely, like, why not? It's good to get perspectives, man, especially you young guys and that.
Where are you from originally, like around?
Yeah, around the way, you know, yeah. But it's a new channel, but as it grows, obviously it's free eyeballs, it's exposure, so it's good.
Yeah. Data's not working around here.
It's gonna bounce it, yeah. Hot today, innit?
You see number 7?
Number 7, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
It's not gonna bug you.
Yeah, man.
Is me calling you now? Oh, you're saying yes, tell me. Yeah, this is me, boy.
Yeah, man.
My little cousin's best
Oh,
we grew up
okay.
in school together and then
Seeing.
started doing this kind of stuff.
Yes. Just, did you mention it? You okay?
Yeah,
What's your name?
Joshua.
Josh, yeah.
He's got a YouTube channel.
I'm recording, yeah.
No worries.
Are you cool, yeah?
Yeah.
Just if you don't mind it, just so, because the camera, see like the angle here, just so we can get you on it as well. So I was just saying to my man before, it's just being a cabbie, it's good to just capture them sparks. Just what people have got for me, whether you're homeless or whether you're smashing it, a miller or whatever, there's always some value in it someone's got. So doing this, you get the luxury of just capturing certain people, yeah. So yeah, we'll just continue. So next stop is in town, is it?
Yeah, well, by Costco it is.
Oh yeah, cool. So we've got enough time. But yeah, just before we get onto your biomedical thing and that, Jay, and the uni flex, do you want to say something, Joshua? Just what part, like,
so
you're part of the team, innit?
obviously I've been doing photography, videography for like 2-3 years now. And obviously these guys I grew up with them, so when they started doing the event, obviously I wanted to just get in and help as I could, so I've been doing it for like the past 2 years since they started. Like the first event, I remember getting some content there. The first event was in their cousin's backyard. And now,
Same before, yeah.
yeah, last week obviously
box park, it's packed, so it's mad to see obviously the progress. But yeah,
Smashing it.
literally.
Is that your passion then, photography?
Yeah. So obviously I've always been into cameras and stuff like that. My dad's had a camera for ages, so
Oh, okay.
that's how I started. I just asked him one day if I can use his camera. He said yeah. So just started like that. Went to a few of my mates' footy games and stuff like this, getting pictures, and then moved on to videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you got your own little side thing going on with your photography, like on Instagram or anything?
Yeah. So
Do you want to mention it? Just
yeah. My Instagram is JF Shoots. So the exact tag, because I know when people try to say stuff, it doesn't come up. It's JF.shoots_.
okay. Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram.
Okay. So like I was saying to Jordan, as it grows, it's just free eyeballs in it. But like my whole thing, it's about just like that spark, that passion what people have got. Yeah. Well, you're doing a few different things then, Jordan. Yeah. So you're doing biomedical science, and you're doing this.
Yeah.
So if you'd have to choose, it's a difficult one for you. Which one are you more passionate about?
You know what? I don't know, man. You know what? With the biomedical science, like obviously people say like, you know, uni's a drag and it's long and all this, but I actually enjoy science, to be honest. Like I actually don't mind.
Me
it
too.
at all.
I love science. Yeah.
So well, obviously, I'd say your parents, you know, coming from the background you come from, your parents push you into it a bit more than you want to. But I'd say I'll probably stick with the events that we're going through now.
Okay.
I'm liking the grind, like even for the Smart Bay event, and now we've been planning for this in December, and like we just have every day we're up to like 2-3 a.m. planning for the events, taking trips to Marbella, you know, when we need to speak, have meetings and stuff like that. So I've enjoyed the grind and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, uni is definitely good. At the same time, it's like a good safe spot. Do you get me? Like you know you're guaranteed gonna progress through uni, keep the work in.
Yeah, no, 1,000,000%, and it's like the best of both worlds, isn't it? You got your little biomedical thing popping off, and you've got this as well that's growing. So you're ticking them two boxes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Making the family proud and that.
Yeah.
See, where's your heritage?
Cameroonian.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Do you go?
Yeah, we're going this summer actually.
Okay.
We've got this where we're going to now. This venue. This is going to be our last summer event for the year. That's the 27th of July. And then literally 3 days later, we're all going Cameroon for 2-3 weeks.
Okay. Nice family holiday, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We go often to. We try to go every 3 years.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Some spots you'd like to recommend to visit?
In Cameroon?
Yeah.
It was hard to like.
So many.
Yeah, there's like even pronouncing and stuff like that. We might not be getting onto it, but
Okay.
yeah, we live well. My dad and our family, we've got a house in Douala,
Okay.
which is like kind of like the second city. So Yaoundé is the capital, Douala is the second city. But yeah, that's where we reside. So
Okay.
I'd say,
Okay.
yeah, that's probably the best place.
Yeah, no, because I wanted to, it's like us all at some point do a lot of travelling, so
Yeah.
it's good to get some intel
Nah, Cameroon, good.
from some of these places. What's the population?
The population, I'm not sure, you know.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
yeah. But yeah, no, it's good. So see your passions we were just touching on. It's a question I ask like a lot of people. So because of the system we live in, yeah, that ultimately, you know, like we're fortunate in the sense, you know, 50% of the world haven't even got internet. They haven't got the opportunities we've got. Yeah. And because of the economics of it, ultimately, like I was saying before, people can't really monetize the passion. They've got to put food and a roof on the table. But I know you're a bit torn, biomedical photography, same with you, Joshua, yeah. But a question I always ask, if someone says to you, would you trade your passion for a mill, yeah? On one condition, you can have nothing to do with, let's say, biomedical science again, or this music flex what you're on, but you could have a mill passion.
I'd say, you know what? I'd say, yeah. Like, I always think to myself, like, even if I had a mill right now, I don't have a mill right now, do you get me? And I'm good. So, I don't know what a mill looks like, but I know what this looks like, do you get me? So,
Yeah.
me having a mill, not having a mill, isn't gonna like affect my life in any sort of way. Where I am right now, yeah, and I'm still progressing, do you get me? Whereas I think if someone gives you a mill right now, they kind of like, they're just giving it to you on the golden plate, you get what I mean? Like, I'd rather like see like everything that goes on with it, everything that's going on with the hustle and stuff like that. I'd rather do that than getting the mill straight up, to be honest.
Okay. Enjoy the vibe and just
Yeah.
keep doing what you're doing. No, 1,000,000%. What would you do, Joshua? Your photography? Would you trade that passion?
You know what, I agree with him because I feel like, let's say, obviously God willing, make a mill for your own passion anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a much bigger achievement than just getting a mill just like that.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people as well, you always see people that have already made it and stuff like this, they're always talking about the thing they miss the most is the early days, like the hunger for it, pushing for it. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't focus on that part of the journey, but it's the most important part of the journey, you know, like just growing and watching yourself progress and stuff like that. So
You don't even know what you're gonna react like if you get a mill.
yeah,
So, I mean, you might not be happy with it. You might be happy for the first couple of weeks and then end up depressed. Anything could happen to me, but I know for certain what I'm doing right now, it's keeping me going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely motivates, isn't it? And that's the thing. It's like, of course, obviously materialism. We need it. There's a balance, but I think them intangible things in it, but you can just try and, like what you said, your passions. Like some people, they're just not motivated by money. They just like might be weird to one person. It could just be like a surgeon. He just loved doing surgery. An artist, a musician, someone who does like model